The life motivators is what we're all about. The life motivation is what we do. The life motivators is who we are. We eat, we breathe, we live it. We ask for the guidance each day. We ask the correct questions to get the knowledge that we need. We get the energy from each other each day as we inspire each other to do something more within their lives and within the way that you feel about you, because we have been broken down for so long by other people's words, other people's thoughts, other people's opinions of us. All of that, we've let the wrong things affect us because their opinions of you do not matter. Your opinion of you, your opinion of you is what matters. You respect you, you're going to have more respect within your life. You are the captain of your vessel, that ship, that physical body that you're in that brings you from point A to point B within this life. No one else has control over that except you and the creator. Now you're co-creating together as you move your life along, as you ask the right questions for the right guidance, for the right knowledge, for the right people to be around you, for the right inspiration, for the right energy each day to be able to take care of everything that is asked of you. Because you have a purpose, you have a drive, you have some awesomeness within you that you came here with, and nobody else has it. Not your size anyway. We all was born with that source energy, that power within inside of our vessels to guide us from point A to point B of our life. We travel across this countryside, or we want different things, or to go different places. Your thought process of the thinking of, I am in Texas right now, I want to be in California tomorrow. So what do I have to do? I've got to break out a map. I've got to know from point A to point B to where I need to be or where I'm going. Am I driving? Am I taking a plane, a bus? Am I going to take a ship? Whatever it is. Now, the captain that is going to guide me to that location knows exactly how we're going to get there, how much fuel it's going to take, how many miles, how many hours. The GPS button, you can punch all that stuff right into there, and it's going to tell you exactly how many miles, how many hours, how many minutes before you get to that location. Now, it all started with what? Your thought. So, what do you think about your life? Where do you truly want it to go? We put great detail into vacations. I talk about this a lot. In our vacations, we know where we're at. We know the vacation time, date, and the date we've got to be back to work. We know where we're going, how many hours we got. If you're taking a cruise, you got X amount of hours per island that you stop at. And then you got the rest of the time on the boat. And then you know when you're going to be back to port, right? So why don't we plan our life in that much detail? Because we are the captains. My universe, I'm the captain of where I want to go, what makes me feel good every day, my interconnecting that I do every morning to make sure that I am locked in. And then that source energy knows exactly what I desire as well. So what? It makes it easier for them to bring what I'm looking for. I'm not asking them or telling them how. I'm not asking how. I'm just saying what I would desire to do today. The red lights are going to work for me. I'm going to be able to run all my errands. I'm going to have some good meals, some good fellowships today. The meetings I take care of in the morning, the clients that I'm going to meet today, all of that is going to work in perfect harmony and frequency for everybody to understand and receive what they come to get today. And they're going to do it with love, passion, and the joy for what they're doing. So that vessel that you're created, that vessel that you move around today from point A to point B with those feet, or with that car, or wherever whatever you're doing, just know that you are the captain. You have mapped out this day. And if you're getting up to live the willy-nilly life, like I said, then you're just going to be kind of crazy. You're going to have turmoil. You're going to have drama. You're going to have situations. You're going to have roadblocks. Why? Because you didn't get the correct knowledge you needed up here before you started your day. Getting that correct knowledge and tapping into the higher source that you have within you that has all the knowledge within the world, but yet you have to ask the right questions to get the right answers. And as you're asking and getting and receiving is the biggest part, receiving the correct answers and not trying to force it, not trying to kick down the doors of this life to make sure that this is going to happen today and that's going to happen today. Been there, done that. Guess what? It hurts the feet and the legs after a little while because some of them doors don't even want to open.
Resistance.
Very much so. Resistance for sure. What are you doing today to map out your life for tomorrow and the day after that? You can plan and you can vision it and you can see it, but we're going to tell you today you have planned to the perfect ending before you even start. My day will be the perfect ending this evening with a beautiful sunshine and the sunset that I get to watch. That right there is what I am creating, my ending to my beautiful day. And I'm enjoying everything in between, and it's only 8:50. Time really does not matter today. It is a beautiful day to be able to relax, enjoy, have fun, fellowship, create some more stuff, design and plan the next step of how you're going to level up your life each day. We do it with words, with the power of I am, the law of attraction, the law of vibration. And that's a whole nother understanding that many do not understand. Even the blades of grass have vibrations and frequencies. Every leaf that moves, even when the wind is not around, still vibrates, still has a frequency. We are all interconnected with everything as we get around them. Julio is a bigger man than I. I'm a little man. So when we stand side by side,
Yeah, yeah, a lot bigger.
correct. When we
I
stand,
was gonna say, Just
when we
kidding.
stand face to face for a hug, when he bear hugs me, his arms are at my shoulder. The energy and vibrations that he's putting off before we connect is his. But yet, when we connect and give a good bear hug of fellowship, saying, I love you, brother. Thank you for this beautiful day and the energy that you give to me. Guess what? He is vibrating with us together. When I lay in the grass in the field or I walk barefooted, guess what? I am connecting with the frequencies and the vibrations that the grass blades are putting off. So as you're walking around today and see that beautiful flower that's growing in the middle of the sidewalk because it wanted to come out of the darkness just like you. A diamond is compressed in the darkness, but it just needs to be polished. We're polishing you because you are that diamond that shines, and we want you to shine. So we're polishing people each day to inspire you to do more within your life, to understand the words that you give you, the beauty that you possess within inside, the power that you possess within inside. Harness it, understand it, enjoy it. It's all beautiful words right there. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I think our day to day is based off of choices. You know, if we've been given another day, then it's up to us to choose to be happy. We've said this a million times. You know, it's up to us to choose a better form of us. We choose not to operate off of negativity. We choose not to operate off of the unsuccessful ways of the past. You know, if you've been living life a certain way, then you know, and it's proven to not be successful for you, then why are you going to continue to operate in that and do those things? It's important to choose wisely, you know, to choose wisely, because every single day we have another chance, another opportunity. You know, if you've woken up this morning and you're watching us, then you know you've been given that opportunity.
All right, you ready?
You know, you've been given the opportunity. You've been given that chance for more, whether it be business, you know, family, friends, the enjoyment of life. You know, across the board, we have a choice. What are we going to do, you know, with those choices? Choices have consequences too, you know, and I'd rather I'd rather look at the choices that I'm operating in and functioning in as how are these things going to benefit me? How are they going to help me to grow, help me to mature? How are they going to help another person, you know, at the same time? Not just me, but how they're going to help another person. How could I help to encourage somebody else? How could I help to uplift somebody else? How could I help to motivate somebody else? Because it's not always about just, you know, me as an individual. There's an aspect of being selfish, which is really good. And what I mean by that is I need to first take care of myself and get my mind right, to get my heart right, During my journey, I can help somebody else, sure, but I have to have lived that. I have to have not just spoken that and tell, talk is cheap. We could say stuff till we're blue in the face, but if you ain't living that, if people ain't seeing that, if you're not emulating that for someone, for the people that are in your circle, for your friends and your family, then are you really going to change lives? Are you going to motivate and encourage somebody else, inspire somebody else, for that more that life has to offer? I'll be short in describing what I'm about to do, so I've been a broken man before. I've been a broken man before, a broken person, and I mean by that, I have 3 children. I've been married and divorced, and now I'm married again. During that process, I got married as a very young man. I just had turned 21 years old. According to, American standards and society, they're like, boy, you ain't even lived your life yet. You getting married already? What? But that was the choice that I made. That was my choice, and I made choices in my relationship. I made choices throughout the years, and it got me to the point of having a divorce. It got me to the point of, and I'll take ownership of that. I will. Not that there's 2 sides to a story. So I'm not perfect, and I wasn't wrong at the same, so there's aspects that I was faulty, and there's aspects where I wasn't, but in that there lied a bunch of different choices, and those choices got to me where I'm at today. Those choices, those choices have taken me to a point where sometimes I have to experience stuff still to today based off of the choices that I made yesterday. So if you take that and I say that from a negative state, because there's consequences of what I go through based off of the choices that I've made. Okay. But can I tell you that based off of those experiences, I'm also a better man. I'm also a more mature man. I'm more at peace. I'm more in tune with my heart, with my soul. I'm more in tune with my creator. I'm more in tune with people. I can relate to people on a different level now because of what I've been through, because of that growth process, because of being broken in order to be built up, and now I'm a better man for it based off of my life's experiences, so I don't know what your experience is. I don't know what your life consists of. Everybody who comes to our Zooms and who watches Zoom, who's, you, ma'am, you, sir, whoever you are, none of us are the exact same. If you were to pull the layer of this flesh that we have externally, we would have a lot more in common than we have in reference to differences, because we all have different color eyes, and our skin tone is different, our hair is different, our facial features are different, our handprints are different. There's so many different aspects of us, but if you would pull that first layer off of all of us, you would see how much we're the same. And in our commonality, and in who we are, that we're all the same. Instead of focusing on the differences, we can relate to a person. We can help a person. We can encourage a person, and that's just the flesh. That's not even life experiences. We're all going through something at some way, in some way, shape, fashion, or form in our lives, all of us, So how has your past changed you and helped you to grow? And how can you be helping somebody else to encourage somebody else? In our business and in our community. And I don't just mean this, this people, I mean online in general. And some of the people always talking to the people in our circles, we have this saying that, we rise by lifting others up. What good does it do an individual, a person, a business, an entity, or whatever, if they're at the top and they're just there like, I'm at the top? No, man. Reach your hand down and lift somebody else up. Reach your hand down and encourage somebody else. What you went through, your situations and your circumstances and that difficulty based off of the choices you made, or how life has taken you. And you're like, I didn't choose this. It's just, it happened. Or I've been on this journey and I was just going with the flow, or whatever, however you view that thing. I'm not judging you at all, but I want to tell you that you didn't just go through it for you. You went through that so you could help another person, so you can encourage another person, so you can motivate and, and uplift somebody else, not, and I'm not even talking about business at all. I'm just from a person aspect, from my heart and my soul to your heart and your soul.
Hey,
Plain and simple. How Thomas described.
hey,
You know, he's like, hey, Julio gives me big bear hugs. And I feel his energy even before he comes at me. You know, even before he hugs me, I would feel his energy. What kind of energies are you operating off of?
the good thing that we like about within here is what you're talking about is a lot of people say, well, I don't have the success that you have. You know what? As I started and those that I was getting in with as well, they were just starting. They may have had just a few months or a few weeks or maybe a year ahead because they were at their level and already reaching back saying, you know what? I don't know it all, but we will all learn together. You're not in a race with any of us. You're in a race with you. Your journey is your destination. Of how fast you want to get out of here is up to you. How long you want to stay here is up to you.
Yeah.
You know,
My friend Jen Murray said it best the other day. It's almost like this snowball effect. You know, it starts off really small, that change, that progress, you know, but the daily dedication, the daily discipline, not to us, not to a community, but to yourself, because you love you. Because you love you. How can we love and help somebody else or whatever until we first learn to do those things for ourselves? But in that lies a snowball effect, man. You know, you build off of it every single day and you grow. You know, it's the same thing of, you know, like you have these, you know, younglings, kids talking about my body hurts or my feet hurts or my neck hurts or, you know, why my body hurt for? Mom, dad, growing pains, man. These are the growing pains of life. These are the growing pains of life that we're going through every single day, you know?
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were like, they're in AI, so they're in the business. Not everybody I know watching this knows what I'm talking about, but she was like, kind of like how I felt in the beginning, a little bit overwhelmed, right? And I'm like, sometimes, you know, you have that light bulb moment, and it's like, oh, voila, it comes together, right? And just like Julio was saying about the snowball or the pot of water on the stove, right? Like it's like Thomas and I, we didn't just come into this and boom, it was crazy busy. It was like a still pot of water on the stove that was cold. And then as it got warmer, got a little bit hotter, little bubbles started formulating. And the next thing you know, it's like this rolling thing on the stove. Like you make craft dinner or whatever.
That's a good description. Good description so we could mentally visualize it. That's a great description, Jen.
Yeah, well, kind of. It's something.
I don't say kind of. No, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic because it gave us that imagery of a pot being on a stove with cold water in it. And as you light the stove, you turn up the heat. You know, it takes a while in order to build that thing up. Yeah, that's another great example of like the snowball effect. You know, none of us, like, you know, the people who we look up to in the world, or you emulate, or you go, man, I want to be like that, or you see they've built these humongous empires, you know, of whatever. They didn't just one day wake up and they're that way. They have to work for that. They have to dedicate themselves. They have to do stuff in secret, you
And
know?
fail sometimes.
Right. Yeah, that's another thing. Like people look at failure too. They beat the crap out of themselves because of failure. And you know what? We're learning. I'm gonna fail my way to success, guys. And I don't just mean business. I mean life. I mean that's every aspect. Let's all fail our way to success because we don't know it all. We don't. And anybody who acts like they do, please give me their number. You know, they have they all together. I want to know who this person is because if they're not failing, in my opinion, they're not growing, man.
and success has many different levels. Many people look at success as the monetary amount of money I have in my bank account. No, success will be a balanced life between your love of you, your love for your spiritual side, the love of your family, the balance of your health side, the balance of your mental side, your physical side. You didn't hear anything on money on that, did you? Your career, awesome. Yes, man has made it to where we have to have some sort of skill that we give away for monetary funds to live the lifestyle that we desire. Your desire for a lifestyle is way different than any of mine. You want that 5,000 square foot home, then you go for that 5,000 square foot home and know how much money that you need to maintain all of that right there. You have a different place that you want to be within life off the experiences that you've experienced from where you have been to where you are now. Now we are asking you to map out a new plan of what if you never had to truly worry about money at all. You were just looking for the love. You were just looking for the friendships. You were looking for the fellowship. Everything else was just all falling in place because you worked the complete circle of your life, the balance, to be able to bring the money to where it needs to be, to where you never have to worry. You to have residual income, to where before people didn't tell us about residual income. They told us about go to hourly job and come home and you can get maybe retire at 60. Oh no, now it's going to be 70. Oh wait, maybe 75 now. They're changing it for you. What is your worth? You need to know that. What are you looking for at the end result? You, no one else. Plan out your life, guys and gals, a whole lot better than what we have been. Because the past experiences from others is not what's going to move you forward. The lack of others' opinions are their self-doubt and fear on you that they cast upon that you hold higher than yours. Reevaluate. You need to hold you at the highest respect, the highest love, the highest level, the highest person, and never settle your happiness to appease anyone else. That's a hard pill to swallow for some, because you're always making others happy. You've never been able to make yourself happy. Happiness is an inner choice, and giving away your energy. Oh, well, I'm a giver. I'm a caretaker. No, those are slight excuses you give to yourself so you don't have to deal with whatever you have going on, the gremlins, the demons, whatever fears that you have that you can't accomplish something. But I'm here today to let every single face that you see within here, we are moving towards accomplishing our bigger visions. We're mapping out our plans. We know where we're going and how we're going to do it. Roger and Corolla didn't wake up one day and say, hey, we're going to go do Habitats for Humanity today in Nicaragua. Let's go. Get to the airport and it's like, oh, you don't have a ticket. What? Oh, wait, you haven't got with the right organization. Do you have the right visas? Do you have the correct paperwork filled out? Huh? They planned out what they needed to do prior to. They made sure they crossed all their T's and dotted the I's to make sure that they went without any problems, because that's what they were expecting. They expected the good outcome of good flights and good trips, and to be able to go over there and to have the physical abilities, the materials there. All they need to do is show and assist others to inspire them to do more. That's what they're doing. That's how the schools got built. That's how the different facilities have been able to be created. It's because people planned out the life. Are you?
So what are you planning? Right, exactly, right there. So what are you planning, baby? That's plan big things, man. You know, we're not small-minded people. I don't think any person is. Nobody's a small-minded person. They were trained to operate that way mentally. But even in their training, even in that, you know, manipulation or learning or unlearning or whatever, you know, that needs to take place. We're still not small-minded persons, man. We were all created for so much more. And once you realize that, life begins to be so much more beautiful. Period.
It's an open floor today. Miss Shannon is taking the day with herself. She went and got unwinding after her road trip coming back from New York to Tennessee again. And then she's getting ready. I think she's heading to Memphis for her birthday party. So today, we are in here with an open floor to offer the opportunity for anyone else who has a message that they want to bring out today. Go ahead, Patrick.
Good morning, everyone. I've got something to share with you guys. This topic that you brought on, and then Julio's words of wisdom. I went to a group last night that I was invited to by a neighbor down here. And the same exact topics that you guys are speaking of right now, we went over last night. And I've been struggling. I have to honestly say, I've been struggling. I'm the captain of my vessel. I run my machine. I am my business. And I've been really damaging it because of my behavior, my attitude. But being there last night, I felt the Spirit of Jesus Christ and our Heavenly Father touch me again. And two questions I was asked last night is, have you been saved? And I thought, yeah, I thought I was, but it made me answer a question. That was the first one. And he says, well, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? I said, well, I thought I did when I got baptized. And then, have you put yourself in alignment and in a receiving mode? And have you been asking the right questions? You know, I don't mean to go out here on this big limb, but everything that I just heard all of you say has been exactly what I heard last night. And in the last 4 nights, I've had a dream and I've had different people show up in it. And so when I got up, looked in the mirror this morning, chugged my water, nourished my body, I prayed. I'm doing all the things that you guys talk about every day. And yeah, my body's going through shock, and I'm detoxifying again because of the poisons that I stuck in here for a few weeks that I've been down there. And I'm being honest about it. This brother from Texas that is here to help me is coming over in about 5 or 10 minutes. But he said, get rid of all the alcohol in your house. Quit killing yourself. It's your machine. Why are you putting in bad oil, bad lubricants? It's not the things that make you grow and feel better. It's not what makes your ship run, your vessel. And it's kind of a wake-up call. And it's about time, because I'm 58. I'm coming up on 59. I've been spinning my wheels, and I just want to thank you guys for today's message, because I'm in a receiving mode again. And I was invited back for church on Sunday. It's a beautiful church, and they have locations all over the world. And I was in shock. But again, I felt my poor dog, I don't know if they're bugs, but her ears, she's just shaking her ears all night. And I prayed, and I think my prayers were answered. He told me to get some stuff, take a wet rag, wipe her ears out, and then she slept. And we got a little bit of rest, but my mind has just been, I'm getting visitors in my dreams, and I need to be more expressive with that. So
They're quick downloads, and that's where we say the power of that pen sitting beside your bed as those downloads come in, because those messages coming to you, they're that strong for a reason. You know, the receiving mode can unlock many things. And in you stepping out this morning just to say the things that you're dealing with, that brings power to you. That brings power to what you can accomplish and get rid of, because no one can get rid of it for you. No matter how many brothers you talk to, no matter how many meetings you go to, no matter what, until you make the choice to get rid of and actually detoxify and stay with it. Staying with it's not, is the hardest part. And you've noticed that, because when we become an addicted to something, then yes, trying to get rid of it, staying gone from it, not putting ourselves in the places where it's at, putting ourselves in different vibrations, going to do different things, become a volunteer at different locations, different things that you can do to get yourself away from the energies you are possessing. Because if you sit around the house and you don't get out and go actually do something of a volunteer source, or actually a jobby job, your mind is always thinking, well, I'm bored. What did you do when you were bored? I was there. But you are the only one that can make anything else happen from here on out. You want it gone from your body, then you are the one that can make that choice. We're here to stand with you and support with you, as we have for the last year and a half. as you have dove through all of these different ups and downs, trials and tribulations. But yet the captain, you are it. We can talk all day. Actions speak louder than words. You say you want to stay dedicated in a way, then let us see it. And we will be here to support you all the way. Awesomeness is what that is, because we all have the strength. Decisions are made on a day-to-day basis on your entire life. If you know it's not something that you want, guess what? You have the power to slap that hand. Hey, I don't want that. Not today. I want this. This is the way I want to go. This is what I want to do. We're driving force. Energy of power. Vibrational beings that are walking on this earth, resonating either so little or so powerful. The only other thing that resonates higher than me, that's the sun. That's the power that I feel within me when I go out. When I step outside my house each day, my bedroom, that mirror, when I get through talking to myself, I resonate. It's so powerful. Many cannot feel it. I do, because I believe within me. And then when I come within here and get to see y'all's faces, showing up for the support and the energy that y'all give back, Brother Ryan giving us some awesome, beautiful pictures to be able to go with our YouTube channel. His energy, his vibrations, his creativity when we bounce ideas back and forth off of each other in the morning times. It's awesome. It's his creativity. I just come up with the word. He brings the rest to right there that touches people, grabs people in a visual way. Then we get in here in the morning times, and what do? We inspire each other to do more. We inspire each other to do better things or bigger things than the ideas that you had stopped on. It was like, oh, I was up to here on this idea. Oh, well, what about this or this or this? And then guess what? The idea just got bigger. The creativity, and it's aspire to inspire. Yes, creativity gets bigger with things that people could do within your own thing that you call a problem. And we are solutions. We give solutions. Why? Because that's what we do. That's what we're here for. Some of us drive off of that. I remember a job that I had when I was working overseas to where that was my forte. People would be in turmoil after things that got blown up or this, that, and the other. And they're all running and screaming and hollering and this, that, and the other. Me and my team would come in. We were the solution people. How to get this back in order after the chaos that has happened. Calming people. We were the ones that were nourishers to calm the ones that things were going on, that they didn't understand. Why us? Why is God doing this to us? And no, this is mankind doing what they're do, with their crazy ideas. So being a nourisher, being someone who is going to always uplift, starts with you first. Starts within before I can go out and do that to assist others. That was something that I learned within my trainings. I had to go through many different little mental trainings the government threw at me to make sure that I was capable of whatever was going on within my life. I could still snap back to it and assist others as well. Hurricanes, twisters, floods. These were things that I went around the country assisting others to make sure that yes, you may have lost everything. Your home is sitting there. You're nothing but a slab now. You have no pictures. You have nothing that you have accumulated for the last 20 plus years was no more important. But you were the most important part. Letting them know that you and the kids are safe. The house can be rebuilt. It is just of wood. Now we'll get some good wood that has a better energy, because when it's built this time, you will put the vibration of strength with it. You've got a good foundation. It stayed. The home can be rebuilt, but you can't. Julio talks about wood and energy and vibrations and all of that. I was reading a good book yesterday, listening to a good book. I like the Audible. Are you feeding yourself with some good words? Are you reading or listening to some good books? Are you surrounding yourself with good people? Open floor, guys. It's been a beautiful day. We love and appreciate you all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.